Hello. For those that don't know, my name is Mishka. I'm just a little bear VTuber who likes to play video games of all kinds, and today we're playing the Symbiant. This is a boys love visual novel by a hardcore dev who were kind enough to provide a key for the game for me. That was very nice of them. You can find all their links and stuff down in the description below. A little context, I will be playing the safe for work version of the game. There is a not safe for work version that you can play. I do believe, like if you get the Steam version or whatever, there's like a free patch for that too and stuff. It's also on itch.io, and I can't think of the game. I can't think of the website name, but that'll also be down in the description. Ooh, what is the name? Is it start with a G? Anyway, yes. This is what we'll be doing for today, so I hope you all enjoy. I am recording this bit after the fact, and also the footage you're about to see was all pre-recorded on Twitch. No, it wasn't pre-recorded, it was just recorded. Enjoy! Let's just jump right into it. I haven't heard that. I've heard a little bit about the game. It seems pretty interesting to me, so let's just... Do you want to read the tutorial? Sure, let's check out the tutorial. In order to advance the story, you can either click anywhere on the screen or press the enter, or is this just like tutorial of how to use a visual novel? Try hovering the mouse on the right side of the screen and you'll see the quick menu. Okay, well I found that on accident. That's cool. Okay, we got a quick menu. Alright. You can hide and unhide the text box by hitting the H key. Ah! Lastly, you can check the help button in the quick menu to see all commands and shortcuts. Okay, enjoy the game. Okay, well that was neat. I got an achievement already. Fire the engines. You open the game. Here's an achievement. It's Tuesday, September 29th, 5066. Oh wow. We landed in the city of Kayama? Apologies if that's pronounced wrong. 3 days ago. Since then, I've been running around trying to scrape enough credits to repair our ship and secure our next gig. The last transport job didn't go well, and we only received half of the original payment promised for delivering the goods late. That doesn't even cover all the repairs we incurred. Junie, my business partner, also known as the ship's mechanic, didn't sound worried. She insists that every time this happened in the past, we've managed to bounce back. She believes in my resourcefulness and negotiation skills, but I can't help but feel pessimistic because of recent developments. Oh, space! Just as I was about to give up for today and head to the local bar, I received a call from our freight broker about an opportunity we couldn't say no to. At least not right now, when we're literally struggling to keep afloat. Are we broke? The amount of credits offered not only covers the ship's repairs, but also ensures a comfortable life for the next 4 months. Oh, okay, so that's pretty huge. The gig sounded simple and straightforward. Provide transport for one passenger and his cargo to Odaria in the Dex 93 system. That's about 6 weeks of travel in the most secure planetary system in the galaxy. Pirating is virtually non-existent here, and space anomalies have never been reported. It's basically a piece of cake for a pilot. Normally, I avoid transporting passengers at all cost. They're a pain in the ass to deal with at best, and at worst, they could cause me to lose my commercial transport license. Okay, so we're like we're basically like a delivery person. We also don't have the real estate or luxuries of a large liner outfitted for travelers' comfort and entertainment. The cost of traveling with us is the same as the big guys, though, which means that anyone who wants to travel on a small transport ship has a special reason for it. And personally, I can't wait to find out what our passenger's reason is. Oh. Oops. Moments later, I spot someone walking towards our ship. The tall figure moves with dignity and confidence. Their hand is protectively resting on top of a large sarcophagus-like transport crate, hovering by their hip. Another couple of smaller crates hover behind. Sarcophagus? What are we transporting? They approach and keep to the shadows, so I have a really hard time discerning their features.
Greetings. I take it this is the Ameritat?
Alright, this also has voice acting in it, so I don't have to do that. I'm just doing a narrator.
Affirmative. And you are?
Okay, so I guess that's us.
Going to Odaria. I was told we could depart immediately.
The stranger cautiously glances around.
Yes, of course. May I see the documentation, please?
Gotta show us your papers. They promptly produce a small chip from their and hand it to me. I scan with my handheld computer.
Mr. Sabo Tato Brave Trigounder Vorda?
Yeah, that's about as well as I could pronounce that too.
Just brave is fine.
Just Brave. Okay, so this person that we can't see is Brave. Is there a love interest? Species, humanoid. Subspecies, Odarian. I don't know much about this race, but all I can say is that I've only seen a handful of Odarians in the port in all my time traveling. It looks like I have a chance to learn more about them, now that I'll be traveling in proximity with one for several weeks. What is this?
All right, Mr. Brave. What's in the large crate?
That is not a crate. That is an egg. An alien's gonna pop out of that and eat us.
I was informed that the sizable bonus fees I paid included a no-questions-asked courtesy.
I have many questions. My safety is at stake. What is this? You guys ever seen the movie Alien? One of those things is gonna pop out of that and we're just gonna die. We're gonna die. And there it is. The passengers are always up to something. The only question is, how bad is it?
Yes, naturally. However, I still can't take you aboard my ship with something illegal. Forbidden substances, weapons, live species, stuff like that.
There's a man-eating alien in that.
It's none of those things. Check the permits on file.
I don't trust you. What is... It's just an egg. That is an egg. I go through the various permits the passenger has in his travel profile. Like, if I was running a transportation service and someone who had already paid or whatever brought this to me, I would be extremely suspicious. I would just assume I was gonna die. The crate's permit is one of the things I'm used to seeing, and the small print is difficult to read. That is not a crate. However, it does mention something about botanical organisms in several places, and being legal to own and transport in this part of the galaxy.
Oh, it's a plant?
That's a plant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
Brave, I don't know about this. I don't know if I trust you.
I'm a big fan of plants myself.
Oh my god.
You'll see that we have many on board. My name is Danya, by the way, and I'm the pilot of the Ameritat.
You're just gonna allow that? Well, I guess he's already paid, so... I extend my hand towards Brave, amicably. We'll be in a small ship together for weeks, so might as well try to make friends right away. After some hesitation, the passenger steps out of the shadows and clasps my hand. Ooh. Well, he's quite pretty, isn't he? Only now am I able to see how breathtakingly handsome he is. Long white hair contrasts beautifully with his light blue skin. And he is going to feed us to his plant. Quotation marks, plant. He's dressed in an elaborate outfit, reflecting some particular string of the latest intergalactic fashion trends I'm not familiar with. His facial features are Tarian-like, proportional and elegant, and punctuated by his intense gaze. His eyes are wary, shadowed by something dark, though. Also, he looks somewhat tired and maybe a little sick.
Can we leave now?
And maybe he's gonna feed us to his plant.
Yes, sir. Welcome aboard the Ameritat.
Welcome aboard the Ameritat. Please don't eat me.
If you could please follow me to the cargo bay, we've designated a section for your convenience where you may store...
My luggage stays with me, in my room.
That's fair. That is fair.
Well, our guest quarters aren't very large. I strongly recommend making use of our cargo bay space. You'd be much more comfortable that way.
I insist.
He's hiding something, besides his man-eating plant. Well, fuck me. I thought it would take a little bit longer before something sketchy comes up with this guy. You seen the man-eating plant that's totally normal, totally a crate. Totally not gonna eat us. And you pick now to decide that he's sketchy? My man. But honestly, if he wants to stick this huge pod by his bed to trip over, I don't give a shit.
Okay, if that's what you prefer.
We board the ship, and I show Brave to his quarters. He does look a little sick, though. He's kind of sweating a bit. I want to offer him a tour of the ship, but he doesn't look like he's in the mood for that right now. Still, I don't want him to get lost in case he needs something. And this would be where I save. Oh! Okay, so this is save. This is... okay. There we go. That's neat. I like that. That's an interesting save load. I don't want to call it a mechanic, but you know what I mean. I like that. Okay, should we offer him a tour or ask him how he's doing? Let's just ask him how he's doing.
Are you okay? You don't look so well. I can have my diagnostics bot take a look at you.
That won't be necessary. I think what I need is some rest right now. So, I will do exactly that. Good night.
Oh, okay. That's fair. He promptly locks himself in his room. I guess I can introduce Junie to him tomorrow. I hope that wasn't watching me make all the wrong choices. With the passengers settled in and the ship fueled up, we depart from the station and jump into space. Space, the final frontier. Vibration. Ooh. The backgrounds are quite nice. I also like the voice acting I've heard so far. A few hours later, I do a check of all the systems before setting the navigation on autopilot. I can't wait to talk to Junie about our guest. She usually wakes up around this time, so I leave the cockpit and make my way to her quarters. Ooh. Ma'am? Are you single? We run into each other in the main corridor.
So, tell me all about it.
Oh, I like her.
Dude, where do I start? He's mysterious and drop-dead gorgeous.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna drop dead at some point.
And you're drop dead horny.
That I admit. Also, I'm weak when it comes to my type. You know me.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
I definitely do. But tell me, does he have glowing emerald skin?
No, it's blue, actually.
Not really.
Like me.
He's blue, and there isn't any glowing in the dark happening, to answer your question.
Yet.
What about his ears? Are they, like, furry at all?
Was she interested in him, or is it like... I don't know.
Not that I noticed.
She's just trying to figure out what species he is, maybe?
Last chance. A tantalizing scaly tail.
A hard no, unless it's really tiny. Where are you going with this, Juniper?
I mean, if she's trying to, give me all her details... I was already interested before.
He's beautiful by Terran standards.
Oh, I see.
Luckily for you, it means that both species are probably mutually attracted to each other. It's nature's way of bringing together genetically compatible individuals and encouraging them to mate.
Okay.
Hey, you had me at mutually attracted. But judging by our exchange yesterday, he's not the mating type.
No, he's the feeding people to my man-eating plant type.
Meaning?
Well, I don't know. It's just a feeling. He came off as kind of cold and distant earlier, I guess.
Maybe he's just sick. Because he did look kind of sick. Maybe he's got, like, a cold or something.
Also, I don't know if he even identifies as a he.
Oh! That's true. I feel bad now.
I do, actually. He and him work for me.
Oh, okay. Man with the jump scare. Oh, shit. I didn't notice our guest join us in the corridor. I hope he didn't overhear our conversation. He definitely did.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Why don't you introduce me to your colleague?
Right. Mr. Brave, please meet Juniper. Junie for short.
He probably overheard every bit of that.
Well, it's actually Juniper. But Terran ears can't pick up some of those sound frequencies, so he settled for Juniper.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's my business partner, mechanic, jack of all trades, and I guess a second in command of this mighty interstellar vessel.
Okay.
Of course I'm second in command. There's only 2 of us, dude. And no offense, but the Emeritot's mighty days are over. We're lucky if it holds for another couple of years.
Well, that's definitely something you want to say in front of your client.
Pleased to meet you, Juniper. There's no need to address me as Mr. It's just Brave.
Okay, Brave. Mr.
Well noted. You're a Darien, yes?
Correct. And you are originally from Toolworth, second largest of the Ognutera's moons?
My, you clearly know your moons.
How many are there?
Ognutera has 14, but Toolworth is the only place with my shade of green. Brave, are you by any chance hungry? We were just going to the mess hall to grab something.
Oh yes, I'm famished. Also, could you guys show me around this ship sometime? This place looks really cool.
I guess he's feeling better.
So much for cold and distant.
Junie shakes her head at me. He totally flipped a switch, didn't he? It's like I'm talking to a different person. He was probably sleep deprived and who knows what else.
Yes, of course. I'll be happy to do the official tour for you, Brave.
Calling him by his name feels unexpectedly entrancing. I quickly give myself a mental kick for obsessing over the smallest details about him. Seriously, I don't even know the guy.
But first, let's all grab a bite.
Do we need to get something for your plant? Junie and I get our prepackaged meals and pop them in the oven to cook, adding one for Brave as well. Then I catch myself realizing I still don't know what this gorgeous alien considers food.
So, what do Odarians eat, anyway?
We are really horny from the alien.
We're omnivores, same as Terrans. The only thing I can think of that grows on Earth that I can't digest is seaweed. It's deadly for my kind.
Oh, that sucks. Seaweed is tasty.
No worries, we don't have any on this ship. Though, I personally miss sushi sometimes.
Oh, look at an achievement. What's your poison? Brave looks like he's about to say something only to be interrupted by a cough. That's a mood. That happens to me all the time. A very normal Tarian-like cough. What timing?
Are you okay, Brave? Danya, get him some water.
I get up and fetch our guest a glass of water, and with lightning speed, he manages to take a few sips, which seems to soothe him.
Yes, I'm okay. I might be coming down with a cold again.
Junie and I look at each other confused. I think we both hope it's not contagious or dangerous.
Before I got on the Emeritot, I had been traveling on Kayama for over 2 weeks without much rest. The rainy weather and the lack of sleep really did me in.
That's fair.
I should be back on my feet within a couple of days, I promise. Until then, I'll make sure to stay away and wash my hands often.
Okay. Brave slowly gets up from the bench, intent on leaving the mess hall.
No way, you just got here. What's a little cold gonna do to us?
Well, you guys are kind of driving the ship. Well, maybe you're not driving the ship, but you still shouldn't be sick. If I get infected, it's a small price to pay to satisfy my urge to learn more about our new passenger. Okay. We simpin'. Junie smirks at me and Brave smiles with relief.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're very horny for this man.
Yeah, we are. Our immune systems can handle it. Right, Danya?
Sure, why not?
What Danya doesn't know is that Adarians have a weak immune system, not well adapted for travel outside their home planet.
Oh, that sucks.
Really?
Yes, that's correct. That's why you don't see many of us outside of Odaria.
Why is he traveling? Has he said?
Odarians who choose to travel bring along an extensive array of pricey medications as preventive measures.
Oh.
Despite that, we're still highly prone to getting sick.
That would suck. That would suck like a lot.
Damn, sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. As I said, a few days rest and I'll be as good as new.
Okay.
What do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking, Brave.
Brave lights up at the question.
I'm what you call a symbiont expert.
Symbiont expert. Judy and I raise our eyebrows, waiting for him to explain.
I study mutually beneficial interactions between different species in the galaxy.
Mutually beneficial. Okay, buddy.
I'm also occasionally called in to facilitate the adaptation of individuals of different species who have historic symbiotic relationships and are having difficulty establishing those bonds. I'm very familiar with the theory of symbiosis, but it's the practical part that really fascinates me. For example, you have a species of sea creature that lives around a certain marine invertebrate. It feeds on its byproducts and uses its polyps to hide from predators. The invertebrate also benefits because the sea creature protects it from its own predators and parasites.
So he's just like a sea biologist or something?
Wow, that is pretty amazing.
A biologist!
It definitely is. Not only is it incredible how completely different species can adapt to exist side by side in harmony, but also help each other in ways no one can ever anticipate.
Brave looks at me enthusiastically. Uh-oh. Waiting for another question. Looks like we've uncovered his favorite topic. He's very tall, isn't he? But what intrigues me the most about him is that when he spoke earlier, I got a distinct feeling that I already know him. There's a familiarity about him that I can't put my finger on. Huh? If I hadn't become a pilot, I think I would have studied plants and the ways we can cultivate them in space. Ginny is one of the few people who... Ginny is one of the few people who doesn't mind listening to my plant lectures, so I'm happy to indulge him and ask more questions. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Separate slot. Let's see. Something about Aldarians, something about Terrians, something specific about... Let's ask him about his job, because I think he likes that more. Maybe.
So, I understand that part of your job is helping individuals from different species adapt if they choose to start a symbiotic relationship on another planet. How do you do that?
It just makes it sound like marriage.
It depends on the case. My expertise lies with the Odarian environment in particular. Someone who's visiting the planet would have already gotten their vaccines, been screened, and have permits to land. If they're still struggling to adapt to the new environment, then they come to me. We usually do more tests, review their medical history, cross-reference previous cases, and try to find a solution. The answer could be as simple as a special diet, a supplement, or breathing exercises.
A supplement? What would be an example of that?
I just noticed the piece of paper on, I guess that's a refrigerator, I'm not sure what it is, it's just glowing.
Well, I consulted with a few Ognoterrans on Odaria who had trouble eating most of the food available there. I prescribed them a certain bacterial supplement found on Toolroth. When eaten, this bacteria will thrive in your digestive system and assist the processing of food from different environments. They were skeptical at first, but after only a week of including it in their diet, they were able to enjoy our rice and most of our dishes without discomfort.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. And that solution seems rather specific. How did you figure out that a bacteria which was neither from Ognoterra or Odaria could solve their problem? You say it's from Toolroth, but I've never heard of it before.
That particular bacteria worked for similar cases in the past, including inhabitants of Ognoterra's moons and other planets from the Horum galaxy. You would be surprised by how many interplanetary food issues can be solved by ingesting certain organisms. Having more than 2,000 years worth of research at my fingertips helps.
How old is he? Okay. I wonder if this is, the questions don't matter, you can ask, I guess maybe you can ask all of them, they don't matter. Okay, ask something about Odarians.
Can you tell me about symbiotic relationships Odarians have with other species?
Sure. We have a few widely known ones, actually. There's the Mulodic aquatic band, a sea creature native to our biggest sea that feeds off our blood and dead skin in search of iron nutrients.
Ew. That's fair.
Before our medicine became what it is today, the best way to treat a wound or large cut was to apply them to the area, and they would keep it closed and clean, feeding off the blood and dead skin until it fully heals.
Huh. That's kind of gross, but also fair. It's just making me think of how people used to put leeches on, use leeches.
Oh, we have something like that in Toolworth too. Except we apply it on rashes. While it does sting in the beginning, it stops the itching and feeds off whatever's growing on our skin.
Although, this is way better than using leeches.
I'm a bit jealous. We mostly have insects and worms that feed off blood back on Earth, but I'm pretty sure the exchange is all one-sided.
Yeah. Mosquitoes. Leeches. Any bug, really. Something about Terrans.
So, I guess you must have extensively studied all the major species.
Most of the knowledge I have pertains to the way my own race interacts with different species. But yes, I've studied a lot of different subspecies of humanoids.
And what do you find the most interesting about Terrans?
I'm glad you asked. To me, it's their adaptation ability. It turns out that out of all the humanoid subspecies, individuals of Earth are most skilled at adjusting to their environment. That's doubly amazing to me, because that means the potential for a symbiotic interaction and relationship is much higher than any other subspecies.
True story, and that's why I partnered up with this guy.
Yeah, we certainly work well together.
Got an
Well,
achievement.
gentlemen, I have some things to take care of in engineering, so if you'll excuse me for now.
Curious Terran.
Later, Junie.
It was nice to meet you, Ju. Ni. Spur.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Ooh, now I'm impressed.
And so am I. What a curious fella.
I hope you feel better soon, Brave.
Junie grabs one of the ready meals and leaves me with Brave. Okay, we asked him a bunch of questions. Maybe our relationship points went up.
Hey, Danya.
Yes, sir. The sound of my name coming out of those lips sends a shiver down my spine. Am I really that horny? Yes. Yes, you are.
Can I have one of those dinner plates too?
One of...
Whoops, I completely forgot. Here you go.
Oh, we didn't even give the man his food. Good job.
It's General So's chicken, Terran specialty. Junie digs it, and I hope you will too. Doesn't have any seaweed in it, in case you're wondering.
Oh my god. Now I want seaweed.
Thank you. I'm sure this will be good.
I look at Brave eagerly throwing himself into his meal as I grab my own plate. I guess the poor guy was pretty hungry. We chat some more over our food about the different kinds of Terran dishes my new friend is familiar with. Turns out he's had quite a few for someone who's never been to Earth. After we're done eating, I clean up and walk our guest back to his room, then retire into my own quarters. What an eventful day. I don't have a chance to fully process my last conversation with Brave before my mind blinks, falling into a deep slumber. Sometime later, I wake up in my bed, and the giant sarcophagus plant thing was standing above me, ready to consume me whole. I mean, I check my watch and confirm I've only been asleep for a couple of hours. That's quite unusual, since I'm a deep sleeper and notorious for waking up until I'm fully rested. I suddenly remember Brave, whose room is adjacent to mine, when I hear something echoing through a small air vent on our shared wall. Uh-oh. It's a low hissing sound, coupled with something that I can only characterize as a Terran straining to do push-ups. I don't think the man's doing push-ups. If I had to make a hot guess. I crawl out of bed and kneel beside the vent to listen closely. Is it Brave trying to exercise? I'm sure he's exercising. There's nothing wrong with trying to keep in shape, but is it really the best idea when you're nursing a severe cold? The noises continue for the next 5 minutes or so, and then everything grows quiet again. He probably was exercising, but I don't think it was push-ups, personally. Not sure what to make of it. I get back to bed. I don't want to assume anything, so I'll check with Junie tomorrow, see what she thinks of this. For a moment, I thought it was going to give us, like, an option to go check it out, but we've been traveling through space for a few days now. It's been smooth sailing on my end as far as piloting goes. My stress levels have been at an all-time low, because flying in a straight line in empty space isn't rocket science. Besides the system checks and microscopic manual course corrections, there isn't much to do. We also haven't been stopped for checks or passed anything remotely similar to an asteroid field, where I'd have to manually maneuver us through. Ooh. I've been back to reading, watching the wrecks, and tending to my hydroponic gardens. It's fascinating how plants can grow anywhere with just a little water and the right nutrients. Granted, water is a scarce resource in space, but thankfully we've got a state-of-the-art recycling system to solve that. Well, Brave seems to be feeling a little better. He's taken to regularly joining me and Junie for meals. Even if he doesn't leave his quarters often, we still get a chance to chat and connect. He always finds topics to discuss about each of our humanoid subspecies, which appears to be interesting for the three of us. Contrary to my negative predisposition towards transporting passengers, Brave seems to be one of the easiest and most pleasant onboard clients we've had to date. He's polite, never complains about anything, doesn't blast loud music, and doesn't engage in any other activities that would be considered a nuisance for the rest of us on board. I also haven't heard any noises coming from his room since that one time, so I just never bothered to ask Junie and dropped the incident altogether. Oh. Speaking of which, she was supposed to meet me in here by now. I see Brave in the doorway instead.
Hi, Danya.
Got the breed?
Good afternoon, Brave. Care to join me for a cup of tea?
Cup of tea. Very dressed down. Tea, you know, 'cause it's afternoon. Oh my god. I actually have no idea what time it is right now. In space, time just tends to blend together, and I haven't really checked my watch recently. I'm having a gay panic.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
All right, we have some herbal options over here if you're sensitive to caffeine like myself, or the regular kind.
My man, yeah, I can't have caffeine at all. Even the littlest bit just destroys me. I get really awful headaches from caffeine, so I can't have anything. And not even medicine. If medicine has caffeine in it, I can't have it. It sucks.
What's caffeine?
It is death. It'll also keep you awake for a long time. Or it's supposed to, but it's also death.
It's a chemical substance that's a mild central nervous system stimulant to most Terrans.
Brave looks at me dubiously.
And don't worry, it's legal.
It's legal.
It's actually naturally contained within most plants that are used for tea production. Caffeine is purposely extracted from the raw materials to be able to produce the same beverage but without the jitters.
You seem to know a lot about plants.
Oh, he likes that. Oh, he's got a little bracelet. Titan, hello.
This? No, that's common knowledge where I come from.
I see. Why don't I go for the herbal option without caffeine today?
A good choice. Caffeine is death. I don't think these choices matter, so I'm just gonna save over them. Actually, save over this one. That way I can go back and, yeah. Let's see, do we want chamomile, lavender, or marshmallow root? Now, I've had these two. I've never had marshmallow root. I quite like chamomile, so I'll go with that.
How about chamomile? It might help you with your sore throat. It's commonly used to help boost immunity and fight bacteria.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's nice.
Pog. I quickly produce a mug with hot tea and hand it to Brave. Oh. I like these little cut-ins they do. Like little close-ups and they're like, you know, little cut-ins across the screen. I really like that. He supports the cup with one hand and puts his other palm over mine, which is holding onto the mug's handle. I don't think I've seen that in VNs a whole lot, so I do like that. I can only think of one other visual novel that has done something like that. For whatever reason, this is rare. But I really like it when people should do this more because I like it. I let go of the cup to avoid causing any awkward tension. However, the deed is already done, and the contact sends my horny soul into the land of fantasies. Okay. Good job. Ooh. Oh, it's like...
So, do you come here often?
His, Brave's, his shirt has got, like, little slits in the shoulders. I didn't see that before. It's neat.
Huh?
To Kayama, the planet we departed from. Is that your regular transport route?
Oh, no, we don't really have a route per se. Junie and I go where the road takes us. As long as we get a nice paying gig, we're game.
Hog.
That's the adventurous part of this job. Never know where we'll end up next. What about you? Do you travel a lot for work?
I'm the same as you guys. Staying on my own planet doing research has been unfulfilling at best. So, traveling to different worlds has been a game changer for me. I follow contracts, but it's the lifestyle that appeals to me. I can do remote work while being somewhere different and amazing every few weeks.
That's cool, but what is the sarcophagus plant about?
Doesn't help that your immune system isn't very good at adapting to different environments, huh?
Tell me about it. It's the one thing that I'm still trying to work out. I've got something good going for me right now, but it's not perfect. It has put some other limitations on me that I find difficult to handle.
Man, I keep staring at Brave's braid. I love braids. Everyone can enrich their life if you wear a braid. If your hair is long enough, anyway.
Like what?
It's a bit complicated. I'll definitely tell you sometime.
After I feed you to my plant.
Thank you for the tea, by the way. It's really good.
Yes, I'm not letting the plant thing go, because I don't trust that. That's the one thing I don't trust about Brave.
I'm glad you like it. I got a bunch of other flavors we could try too.
Sure. I'm curious to see what else you've got.
I hope chamomile's an okay choice. I feel like I'm picking all the wrong choices and it's gonna get like a bad end or something.
I gotta say, Brave, you're one of the coolest travelers we've ever had on board. We don't accept passenger jobs often, but you've been really easy to travel with and fun to talk to.
The alien smiles at me warmly, thinking about how he's gonna feed me to his plant.
You guys have been so nice to me, treating me like family. Of course I'd be on my best behavior.
We both laugh at that.
Well, keep up the good work. We still have a few weeks to go.
Saying that made me feel a tinge of sadness. Even though Brave has been traveling with us for only a few days, I'm already so used to his presence.
So, what kind of cargo do you guys usually transport?
Anything that pays well and doesn't smell too much. Though it's been rough finding good gigs as of late. Too much competition. We're lucky if we break even when the job's done. And don't even get me started on what happened on our last haul before we picked you up. I guess we'll have to venture into more questionable waters after this job. But for that, we need to outfit the Emeritat with a defense system.
You don't have anything on board to protect yourself in case of an attack?
Oh no, he's worried now. He's like, wait a minute. I thought this would be a safe transport. What do you mean you don't have a defense system? Mistakes have been made. Brave's worried reaction makes me wonder if he's ever been on transport ships like ours.
No, we don't. We're pretty good at escaping when things go south. Still, it doesn't hurt to have some kind of shield and weapons, if only just to look more intimidating.
I couldn't agree more.
The Tepshati Pomis system is pretty promising, with a lot of new colonies that'd pay handsomely for some common goods. Plus, there's a ton of fun places to visit around there. One of the planets, Vakal, is on my must-see list.
The one with anti-gravity pockets and floating islands? Each harboring its own climate, right?
I really like Brave's voice. Like, I like all of them, but I think his is my favorite.
Yes! You've been there?
No, but I definitely want to see it one day.
Maybe we can go together. We're getting along so damn well it hurts. The more we talk, the more we find mutual interest. This beautiful blue alien from a distant world and me, an average Terran and nerd. A horny person. Who knows if he'd ever bother talking to me, had we not been confined on this small spaceship together.
Cheers to our local symbiont expert and secretly talented chef. Thank you for gracing us with this exquisite-looking dish.
Oh, we cooked. We raise our wine-filled glasses in salutation.
to Brave's exceptional gastronomic abilities.
What did he make?
Thank you, guys. I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
What did he make? And with that, we dig in.
It's fantastic. What's it called again?
In Universal, it would be something like seared granoli over rice, a
Ooh.
common Odarian dish.
Ooh.
I didn't know we had granoli on board. How'd you dig that up, Danya?
We don't. Brave used his own supplies of whatever that is.
It's a mushroom that grows everywhere on my planet. I have a lot of it on hand, since it retains its freshness well and is a very good source of protein. Convenient when you're on the road.
Mushroom snack.
Also, it reminds me of home.
It's difficult to find any in spaceports. I've seen it maybe twice in the last year.
Probably because no one knows about it.
Yes, Odaria's dishes aren't popular because of our limited ability to share them with everyone.
But you're slowly changing that, eh, Brave? Can I get seconds?
Now I'm hungry. Brave grins widely as he adds more seared granoli with rice on my...
Here you go.
Sure feels great to have something different from General Tso's for a change.
General Sauce.
No way. I thought you liked it.
I do, but come on. Half of our provisions are pre-packaged General Tso's meals. Even I have my limits.
Sorry, they were on sale, so I took some extras. I'll keep in mind to grab a better variety in the future.
Variety is the spice of life. I mean, you can get sick of anything if you eat the same thing over and over and over, even if you really, really like whatever it is.
Yeah. Who wants some more wine?
Both Brave and I simultaneously raise our glasses, grinning. Not sure if it's because I'm tipsy, but I feel like he's paying more attention to me than before. Uh-oh. Our time has come. He's gonna feed us to his plant. Looks me in the eyes more often. Laughs at my jokes. It feels really special. Jimmy fills our glasses and discards the bottle in the recycling compartment.
Okay, that was my last bottle.
Thank you for sharing your precious gift with us.
Hey, it was worth it. Who knew it would complement the seared granoli so well, right?
Thanks, Juniper. They really did pair well.
Glad you liked it. Okay, boys. I'm going to retire now to deal with my food coma in bed. Be good.
See ya.
Junie, I think he's gonna feed me to his plant.
Bye.
Junie? Uh-oh. And I'm alone with Brave again. He just finished cleaning up his plate, and so did I.
Ready for dessert?
Dessert?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm full. But I will finish my drink, though.
Oh, okay. He takes his half-empty glass of wine and empties it in one go.
Slow down, dude. We still got time.
Actually, Odarians don't get drunk, if that's what you're worried about.
Really?
Not on this kind of stuff, at least. It'll take a much stronger beverage to get me even remotely tipsy.
Oh, my sympathies. I, on the other hand, am a very cheap drunk.
I can tell by the by the blurred images. I put up my arm on Brave's shoulder playfully and wink. Uh-oh. We drunk. He looks surprised for a second, but then rewards me with one of his sincere smiles.
I'll keep that in mind if I ever want to get you intoxicated.
Now I know how to feed you to my plant properly. I fluster at that. Is he flirting with me? That definitely deserves a passing grade. There's no way he's gonna feed me to his mysterious sarcophagus-like plant in the future. Nothing bad's going to happen to me whatsoever. The realization makes me smile and confirms my suspicions that Brave might actually like me. Feed me to his plant.
Hey, can I ask you a personal question?
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
Are you single?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. I guess it could mean different things for different races.
Are you a singular organism? Brave?
So what I'm asking is like, are you married or have partners waiting for you somewhere?
Partners? Brave looks at me cautiously.
Why do you ask?
Isn't it obvious, you dummy? It's because I really want to know.
Because I'm very curious.
Well...
He is very uncomfortable with this. It's not a very difficult question, is it? He looks so uncomfortable, the poor guy. Not the timid type of uncomfortable, but more like the I don't want to talk about it kind.
You know what? Don't worry about it. The Emeritat is a safe space, and you don't have to answer anything. It's just, I can't help but wonder sometimes, being around you. We get along so well, and I'm drawn to you, which I'm sure shows. I just don't want to step over some boundaries I don't know about.
That wasn't bad for a confession. Yeah, pretty blunt there. Brave is looking at me with those intense blue eyes, and he seems happy. Genuinely happy.
Thank you, Danya. I appreciate your candor. My situation is a bit complicated. If you don't mind, I'll explain another time.
Complicated? Well, that's not exactly a rejection. I'll take it.
Sure.
I'm going to rest a bit. Thanks so much for dinner.
Well, we spooked him. He gets up from the bench and leaves the mess hall. Thanks so much for dinner? Weren't you the one who prepared it? After dinner, I check in at the cockpit and head to bed. Just as I settle in, I start to hear the unusual noises again. It's the same hissing and straining coming from the small vent on the wall connected to mine and Brave's rooms. Oh, are we gonna check it out this time? It's been some time since I have heard them. I thought it was a thing of the past, but I guess I was wrong.
Not again.
They're regular and rhythmic. Which again seems like Brave is experimenting with a high-intensity exercise regimen. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Is it the plant? Out of curiosity, I tune in closer. With my eyes closed, it sounds like the Odarian is right beside me. My gradually sharpening senses allow me to catch drawn-out, trembling groans that I hadn't noticed before. And then the realization strikes me like lightning. Brave's not working out. Holy shit. Heat courses through my entire body at the sound of Brave's heavy breaths. It's not right to listen in on my neighbor engaging in private activities. I could technically close off the vent to reduce the noise significantly, and he should. Oh, you're leaving this up to me. Oh no. Oh no. You're leaving this up to me. Okay. Well, the right thing would be to close the vent and just pretend you didn't hear anything. This feels like this will take you to a bad end real quick. You know what? We're gonna be good. Achievement unlocked. An honorable gentleman. I get up from the bed and close the vent without delay. The noise becomes more muffled, but are still not completely gone. Thankfully, I also have a pair of state-of-the-art earplugs at my disposal. I make use of them immediately, and the room finally plunges into complete silence. Sure, I got the hots for this beautiful passenger, but listening to him right now would make things awkward. How would I be able to look him in the eye tomorrow? As I lie in bed, pondering my decision, I finally conclude that what's been done is the right thing to do, and I close my eyes and drift off to sleep. In the morning, Brave catches up with me in the corridor. I decided to ask him about the noises in his room and get this sorted out once and for all. Uh-oh.
Hey, Brave.
Wasn't the point of closing the vent to just pretend we didn't hear shit?
Good morning.
That was very much a you overheard it, no you didn't situation.
Did you sleep well?
Very well, thanks for asking. How about you?
Fine. Listen, I was wondering...
Danya? Need you on the bridge. We're being hailed.
Great timing. I tap my wrist device to respond.
On my way.
Well, that's probably for the best. Before I can even take another step, Brave gets in front of me, closing off my passage to the bridge.
Wait, Danya, you can't tell them I'm on board the ship.
Why?
What do you mean?
Just please, in case they ask, I'm not here.
Why?
I'm going to need an explanation in case it's local patrol. I could lose my commercial transport license if...
There's no time to explain right now, but I promise I'll tell you everything later.
I mean, he's our client. He already paid us. We should just do what he says, you know?
We have nothing to worry about if it's patrol, but I have a feeling that's not the case.
Okay, you're definitely not suspicious at all, but alright.
Please, trust me. It's a matter of life and death.
I mean, he paid us. Let's just do what he says. Let's just do what he says.
Okay, I'll try my best, but go back to your quarters.
Is the game gonna ask me to choose? Be like, are you going to tell on him, or are you gonna be, you know, do the right thing and not say anything?
It's the only area that can shield life signs on this vessel, and it'll conceal your presence if they haven't scanned us yet.
What about the plant?